this is enough space. Okay, yeah, this should be good. This should be good. I drove an hour to get here, and that was very convenient that I was able to just like pick it up. So, in preparation for our Korea trip next week, these are some of the things that I got. Ever since the Portland trip and I used packing cubes, it was a game changer. Yeah, they were only 20 bucks on Amazon. So I will let you know how they work, I'm sure, at the end of the trip. But if you're interested, I will link these below. But what I'm very excited about is this sort of impulsive purchase. I saw this on Seogwipean. It is a carry-on luggage. It's from the brand Art Trips. It's pretty light. I plan on just going to Asia very minimally, so I plan on only using a carry-on and the away duffel that I got today. 2 weeks worth of my things will hopefully fit in here. Can I do it? I hope so. This is a Vietnamese and Chinese fusion dinner. Lots of different ingredients. On YouTube?
唔係 YouTube 啊，而家係好多時嗰啲TikTok。咦？而家就係 TikTok。你知唔 TikTok 係咩？呢個 TikTok。我係喺度學咯，呢個魚屋嘅。
We are having dessert. Such a mood right now.
喺呢度中間度咧，我哋整個圓圓圈係燒柴嘅咧。
Excuse me, sorry.
Get off, get off, get off. 點啊？
味啊？
好冇味啊？呢個好有益㗎。你以後翻去咧，你都要煲呢個嘢。
你咪幾肥人哋好上嚟嘅。
我可以食雞蛋啊！可以食雞蛋。
雞蛋啊嘛，你
不要說了。我琴晚先就俾佢食咗，所以今日係咁啊。
Finally, the long-awaited trip is here. For this trip, we booked our flights through Asiana Airlines, and we decided to upgrade our seats to the Asiana Smartium seats, which is basically their premium economy. And this was a really good experience. At the time when we booked, it was a $700 round-trip upgrade, so an additional $350 each way. And with the upgrade, we have more legroom, and I also noticed that there were no passengers in the middle seat. I think they did this on purpose so that you get a little more room on both sides. We also got priority boarding and access to the business class lounge at the Seoul Incheon Airport for the trip back. Once we arrived at Incheon, we were rushing our way through the airport to get to the airport train, which will then take us to the Gimpo Airport for our transfer flight to Jeju. Now, if you are also planning the same trip, I would highly recommend giving yourselves a little more time. We unfortunately missed our flight, but that allowed us to have some time to settle down and eat. After that, we were able to get on the next flight to Jeju, which was only about an hour flight. Although there was a lot of mishaps, we were just so happy that we finally made it.
We are separated from Dan and Sandra, so we're trying to find them.
Your workout? No.
So we just arrived to our Airbnb in Jeju, and it's beautiful. We are propped up here on this small hill, and this Airbnb is super spacious. This is the kitchen. We have a bathroom, and then right around those curtains, that's the laundry room. Anyways, let me go upstairs and show you. But it's like a wooded cabin. And right up here is this gathering area that overlooks that view. It's gorgeous. I love how minimal it is. I believe there's also a sauna. This is the sauna. Wow. I love it. I'm so happy that we're starting the trip in Jeju. Just nice and slow, very relaxing. Here's another bedroom. Love the minimal decor. And then we have one more bedroom over here. I think this is kind of like the master's bedroom. There's also a bathroom here. Ta-da. So happy to be here. It's just so surreal to finally visit Jeju.
Still the space right now. Kind of wish it was off to the side so it wasn't wet.
The flavor's so good.
Yeah, it smells so good.
This is from Knotted. Dan was raving about it, so I'm excited to try. I got the blueberry cream cheese. The cream cheese tastes really like real, from real fruit and not just an artificial flavor. Oh. Highly recommend. So good.
I'm sure by now you have heard that there is a huge cafe hopping culture in Korea, which is something I loved so much about this trip. We stumbled into this very adorable cafe after dinner. We each ordered a coffee, some pastries, and we just chatted away, sort of recapped on the day, and I thought this was such a great way to wrap up our first night.
Should I put the kimchi on a plate so we don't you think?
Sure. Orange juice, yes, please. Just a little bit.
This is my egg.
Yeah. I took it out. I was like, whoa.
No, this is good. It's just too dark in the bathroom down here.
Yeah. I love how independent they are.
Today is day 2. We are at the Osulloc Tea Museum. We're headed to the cafe first, so I'm pretty thirsty. I'm excited to explore today.
My body can't pick up the fly. set.
No, I don't give you set.
I'm gonna try this matcha tea ice cream.
I forget what it's called. They took a picture there.
No, so I just saw the circle and I thought, no, that's red. Cheers.
That's moist. Sometimes the sponge cakes are really moist. They're kind of just like crumbly, but this one was really moist. Wow.
While we did have a lot of fun activities in Jeju, now looking back, I think this Osulloc Tea Museum was my absolute favorite. I don't really know why, but I think the environment was just very serene and beautiful. Also, I watched so many vlogs of this place on YouTube before coming, and so it made me feel like I was living this reality that I was looking forward to for so long. Someone asked me on Instagram why we choose to visit Korea time and time again, and there are really just so many reasons to list, but one of the top things would have to be that I love the attention to detail, from the architecture to the food. A lot of these touristy places are very unique and special, and you feel like you're just walking in a piece of art, is the best way I can describe it.
That's where we'll be at though. Yeah. Just like,
As we continued to make our way through the museum, we walked into the Innisfree House, which is a cafe slash skincare shop. So here you can get something to eat, something to drink. You can also buy their picnic sets, and these sets you can just, bring it out and eat it on the grass outside. It's just a whole vibe, okay? Once you're done eating, you can walk on over to shop some of their skincare. They have lots of testers so that you can try the products before buying them. And once you're done with this, you can make your way outside to the tea farm. 감사합니다.
I've never seen abalone in a pasta.
This one doesn't have
yeah, there's one abalone.
Send me that.
네, 맛있게 드세요.
After we ate lunch, we decided to go to the Camellia Hill Botanical Garden, and it was so windy, as you can see. We went in October and the wind was not playing around. I felt like I was getting blown away. When we first arrived, we walked through a few pathways, and each pathway sort of led you into a different area that would have different types of plants. So we went in October, which I believe is not the season for camellias, so unfortunately we did not see any. I think I may have seen one tree with literally one bloom, so I would definitely want to come back another time when the camellias are in bloom. They do have little shops that are inside this garden, so as we were walking around, we did stumble into a few shops where you can buy souvenir items. They also had a small little cafe, so we did pick up a drink to keep us warm. It was very cold this day. So after we had that, we were just, making our way through the park, and I was thinking to myself, I feel like we didn't get the full experience because it was a little underwhelming. Even though this was a very beautiful place, I just felt like I wanted to see a little bit more. And then we were surprised by this beautiful pink field. I do not know the name of this plant, so if you do know, please comment it below. I was just completely blown away. I remember looking at my best friend Sandra, and we were just smiling ear to ear, just screaming to each other like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. I feel like I'm in a K-drama. It was so beautiful, and once I saw this part of the park, I thought this was absolutely worth it. It was completely magical. I loved it. I mean, there was a lot of people. It was hard to get a photo without someone in the background, but it was a really nice experience, and I would definitely recommend it. After Camellia Hill, girl, we were exhausted and beat. So we went on our phones, looked up the nearest restaurant, and we stumbled into this barbecue spot, which was such a gem. The owner was super friendly. He came over and he was helping us order, telling us some of his favorites. We had a nice warm meal. Also, we did receive a lot of questions on Instagram regarding what it was like being a foreigner in Korea and not speaking the language. So from my experience, we've been to Korea 3 times now. We haven't had too much trouble with getting around. I think as long as you approach the situation with respect and kindness, most people are really willing to help you. And I also use Google Translate a lot, so I highly recommend downloading that, and I think you should be fine. Amongst our group, we did decide to get a car rental while we're here in Jeju. Jeju, unlike the city like Busan and Seoul, is very car dependent, especially if you want to see multiple areas of the island. So for us, we decided to go to the Seongsan Sunrise Peak, and this was quite a long way away from our Airbnb, and I'm so glad we had the car so that we were able to get here. If you plan on exploring the entire island, definitely get a car rental.
We just finished the hike. And it took about, well, we took stops too, but maybe no more than 30 minutes if you just went for it. Super windy, but so beautiful up here. Get like a whole 360 view of this mountain. So on this side, there's more of that grassy look, and then on the other side, it's the coast.
On this day, along with most of the days we were in Jeju, it was so crazy windy. So throughout this vlog, I'm going to be doing a voiceover. I know not everyone is a fan of the voiceovers. I do prefer speaking to camera sometimes, but it was so windy during this trip, so please bear with me. We're just gonna have to do the voiceovers, okay? And then after that, we went to my dream cafe. This place I saw on Instagram and on Seohongsu so many times, and I'm so glad we finally stopped by. This cafe was just so freaking beautiful. I mean, it just overlooked the ocean. People were riding horses. I was like, what is this place? I think that's what's so cool about the cafe hopping culture in Korea. They have such an amazing sense of style, and I love the attention to detail.
Oh, it's nice. I love the
We are doing our second hike of the trip. We are here at Hallasan, and I'm excited. This hike is going to be a little harder than, or actually maybe a lot harder than the one yesterday. Currently, it is 7:27. Let's go.
We are hiking because we want to eat some more.
We have not even reached the hard part yet. We're still on the green part of the trail, and we're about to hit the red, and I'm already feeling tired, so we will see how I do. I haven't hiked in a while, haven't really trained for this hike. These steps are very, very short, so I have to be careful. We have now entered the red zone. Look at those rocks. Wow. How did he do that? The air is so cold that I feel like my lips are frozen. We are really high up now. The air feels so cold. Oh my gosh. These stairs are no joke. Woo! It's so cold up here that there's ice on top of those trees. Whew! This is the hardest hike I've ever done. Wow. Look at this. Oh, this isn't it?
No, I said almost.
Oh, there's more. Gosh, look at this. We made it. We've made it to the top. Look at the amount of people here. Wow. People of all ages. It's really, really amazing. This is the coolest hike I've ever done. This is the rock that everyone is lining up for. Look at the line. The line goes all the way down. We are almost there. This was hands down the hardest thing I have ever put my body through. We've walked 35,000 miles. Or miles, sorry. Steps. My mind is not working anymore. We're here. Ah.
Did you get the smoothie?
Somehow, although we hiked 6 freaking hours yesterday, we decided to go for another one. We tried to make it up this pathway. I think in the end it led to some sort of viewpoint. I can't tell you what's at the end of it because we did not make it. My knees halfway up was like, girl, you need to turn around. So then we decided, let's check out a few other landmarks. Those should be easier. While these were great, I will have to say there were a lot of stairs involved, and with the condition my knees were in after that 6-hour hike, I barely got to enjoy these 2 spots because I was in so much pain. And that concludes our amazing time in Jeju. It truly exceeded all of my expectations, and now we're ready to head on over to Busan. So if you would like to see what we did in Busan, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications if you would like. And that's it. I will see you all in my next video. In the meantime, take care. I love you all, and I will see you in my next vlog when we visit Busan.